Welcome back to War Thunder and welcome aboard the American F4U 4, which is a new addition to the game from last patch. So it's a battle rating 5.3 American, naval fighter at rank 3. And it is the last F4U with 50 cals. After that the F4U 4B comes with, for 20mm. However, I like the F4U 4 quite a lot actually, because it has the sound. You can see it, this is from last patch still, with the old engine sounds, and this is where I respaded it. And I just wanted to show you this battle, this first battle, because I actually will show you two battles, and it was already all over. Like here against the Russians, there was not much that I could do. I tried to side climb, but by the time it happened, my team was already dead. I do not really like this map because it plays out very hastily. But the plane itself is awesome. You have great dive speed, you have decent acceleration, you have 650 cals, which even stock are very accurate and very damaging even with the stock shells. You have great responsiveness, you don't have instructor issues. It's just a very nice plane to play around. And there you can see the 50 cals in this patch are just great. I do not go into a head-on with the IL-10 because that would be stupid. And so I just use my energy to go up again, and there is this TU4 coming. Let's see what's happening. You know, this is a bomber, and I get a few good hits in. He tries to kill me, but I get a double strike for it. And those 50 cals are really nasty, especially in head-ons. Don't get me wrong. Don't push head-ons, okay? Just don't do it. Do as I say, not as I do, okay? Because if you get away with it, it's awesome. But most of the time you take damage in return. I just took him my chances because he was not lining up for a head-on for quite some time. And the battle that I wanted to show you is a bit problematic, because it will end in a disaster. But it will be a good result overall, with a bad outcome. The reason why I wanted to show you is because this plane, it works better than you might expect, and I never got a really good battle to show off, you know, not like the 7, 8, 9, 10, 100 kills in one battle, you know, where you just are the sole survivor and just carry your team to victory. This is just showing off that I tried my best and I got close. That's all I want to say. Now obviously I began to record just after the climbing process, and I just watched my team die. Now one thing that I really want to point out is how amazing this plane looks. The wings, the structures, the new modeling, it's just superbly done. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to show off this plane, because it looks stunning. And I knew that this Yak 9 was kind of trying to help his IL-10 buddy. They tried to teamwork, but I saw it coming, you know. And there you can see the great handling of this plane, even against the Yak 9 UT, which is a very dangerous plane, you know. And while I'm enjoying this kind of stall fight, you know, in this patch, with the introduction of the French, currently their planes get spammed out, you know, SO 8000 and so on. It will take a while until the point it gets back to the old matchmaking. I switch targets here and try to work over this Yak 9 UT with my teammates, and I get a few hits into this Yak 9 UT. But nothing critical at the moment. So when he flies in such a straight line, of course he wants to bait me, but I was happily, you know, accepting it, because I thought to myself, I need this guy to be taken down. And eventually I got him, and the Spitfire Mark 9 actually takes down the IL-10. So we've evened the odds, and we have to fly back Spitfire, what are you doing? What? I have to help him. Without him, it's lost. Like, people will go into a turn fight with him, and you know, this Yak 3 is the main goal, and I actually kill him, and he does not a lot of damage to me. Again, a head-on, but I have to push it. I had to push it. It's not the best thing that you can do, but what should I do? So here you can see me avoiding the head-on with the L10, because he had a Spitfire on his tail, and I can outmaneuver him. And the 20mm on the L10 balance the Yak, the Spitfire Mark 9. And so my 50 cals try to rebalance the L10, which they eventually do. So in just a few minutes I killed a lot of the enemies, 5 of them in fact, and I tried to go back to base. But I have a fuel leak, let's see how it goes. And there is somebody coming from behind with altitude advantage and speed advantage. I try to, well, maybe I can push ahead on. At this point he is all over me, but he just climbs up. He does the sensible thing, and voila, I have no chance. I have no chance to do anything. And he has the advantage. So maybe I can just put myself in a situation where he has a bad attack pattern on me, but he plays it smart. He knows he has the advantage, he knows he has the time, and I nearly pulled it off. But not quite good enough. Yak 3P rebalances me. Oh well, what can you do? Next battle is also cut a little bit shorter, and it is doing me some filthy stuff. I'm one of the last few survivors on the American team versus the Japanese. And the Zero here, he thinks he can be clever, and I actually kill him, but he gets one shot into my engine. And I know I have a very limited lifetime now for my engine, despite it being a radial engine, air-cooled. Can shrug off a little bit of damage. And yes, I'm going for the strafing on the A7M1. It's my priority target. This is a plane that is highly dangerous. I've made multiple videos about this plane, and I killed him. And then I use my speed and, you know, maneuvering to avoid the head-ons with the remaining Zeros, just trying to get out. But oh gosh, they are already behind me, and they're already putting shots into my direction. So I make those fine adjustments to my course, so you can see they're just barely missing, but I do not bleed all that much speed. And look at the graphics. Wow. Again, this is also a gameplay from last patch, where they haven't overhauled the engine sounds yet. And you know, the Corsair is one of those planes that I think the engine sound was always very good. And also the looks of the Corsair. Look at the fine details on the wings, on the reflections, on how fine it is modeled. I love it. And this Kia 61 is just very persistent. However, he pulls off. I have no idea why. Maybe he is, you know, trying to give me a fair chance. I write it here also in chat that my engine is gone. And there he pulls off. Wow, what a gentleman. And battles like these, you know, things like these are very nice. And they are memorable. And I wanted to show them once in a while. So no new planes, no new tanks, just something that I think was nice to watch for a change, you know. Something to relax to a little bit. And here I also want to show off some carrier landing skills. Yeah. So yeah, the Corsair, it's a really nice plane. It has decent stock performance, and also you have some nice ground pounding potential. You have, of course, your usual HVR rockets, 8 of them if I remember correctly. Let me have a quick look at it. So yeah, HVRs, 8 of them as the last weapon upgrade, 2 1000 pound bombs, then also no weapon loadout or some very weird bomb loadouts with smaller bombs all over the wing, which is quite nicely. So 650 cals that are dangerous and accurate, even stock, as you saw in the match against the Russians. It can do the job, and I'm not quite sure if I will like the F4U 4B with the cannons, because it plays differently, more sluggish, slower in acceleration, all the stuff that I do not really like. I like my Corsairs sharp and beautiful, if I don't crash them on the runway of the carrier. Yeah. So 50 cals are extremely good. You might argue that they're overperforming currently, still. And yeah, the thing was, I tried to go back into battle, but eventually, well, the battle was over. You can kind of see it here coming. So what can you do against the Russians? What you can do against the Soviets in planes that are not that great in terms of flying? Well, I think I will make a video about this problem soon with the SO-8000, because it's the reversed Spitfire syndrome for the Germans this time that I want to talk about, and that can be also applied on the Japanese, and that is overconfidence in a good plane that gets you eventually killed. So the Americans have to really teamwork. They have to really know what to do and how to help together and help each other and see the benefit in that. They really have to believe in it. At this point in time, I sound like a preacher. You have to believe in this and that. But it's actually true. If you don't have faith in your aircraft or in your tank, why do you even play? If you don't have faith in your own skills, why don't you train more? Why don't you get help from your clan, or if you are in no clan, from your friends, or try to, you know, get tips and tricks from some experienced players that are ready to share it. Maybe even look more YouTube videos and read between the lines in terms of tactics and what they're doing and so on, to learn what to do and what not to do, not just from my YouTube videos, but also from other people's YouTubers videos. And that's my battle for today. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please don't forget to give this video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other in the skies and on the battlefields of War Thunder.